Yo guys, how are we doing? Sorry, my apologies for being a little bit How is the quality of the stream, guys? Hope you guys can all hear me well and that the music is not too loud. If so, please let me know. Okay guys, I think you can hear me loud and clear. So in that case, we're just going to dive in. If you want me to analyze a certain pair for you, please let me know in the chat. I'll dive into that pair for you. And yeah, we'll just go on from there. Okay, glad to hear that the sound is doing well. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the market, see what has been going on this morning, because we've been seeing some quite some large moves in the market, from what I'm currently seeing. So yeah, let's have a quick look. As we can see, dollar has been moving up a little bit higher and sooner than expected. I was waiting for a deeper pullback. Sadly, that pullback has not yet happened. So let's have a look at what the dollar pairs are doing. So quick dive in towards Aussie dollar, of course, pound dollar, euro dollar, and Kiwi dollar. We'll also have a look at gold. Do not worry about it. And yeah, we'll also do GJ. Yeah, so what's happening currently to Aussie dollar? Well, Aussie dollar is moving down lower in towards that swing low, which I mentioned this morning, and towards our zone of interest from where we could potentially look for some longs. So yeah, Aussie dollar is of course bullish on the 4-hour. We know that the higher time frame is bearish though. We have to keep that in mind when looking at this pair. But for the rest, what we understand from this pair is that we are essentially bullish on the 4-hour. And as I trade the 4-hour mainly, I will eyes on the 4-hour for now. So what I want to see is a break of this low over here. Kind of a fake out on that low and then a retracement back up. That's currently what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm going to be looking for longs from my blue zone. Once we come in towards that blue zone, yeah, we'll just be looking for those longs. We do have to keep in mind though that the higher time frame is bearish. So yeah, that's something that I will take into account when looking at my setup and especially managing my trade. So that's Aussie dollar. Let's head over to euro dollar. So euro dollar is currently crashing down. Yeah, so I pretty much expected that euro dollar was going to start falling. However, the thing is that I just wanted to see a higher pullback. That's kind of the thing for me. However, didn't necessarily need to happen because inside these two wicks over here, and I explained this morning on Aussie dollar and Kiwi dollar, not on euro dollar, but inside these two wicks, there's going to be higher time or lower time frame supply. So if you look at the 1 hour, yeah, you'll see that we have over here this green, imbalance candle essentially, where we tapped into and where from we have been dumping. So in my opinion, euro dollar is bound to now hit this zone over here, and I am expecting some more downside for the foreseeable future. Yeah, that's pretty much it for euro dollar. Once we reach this zone or this zone, I do expect a pullback. But again, euro dollar is the exact same as Aussie dollar. The high time frame is bearish, but the lower time frame, and with lower time frame I mean 4-hour, is showing us bullish intentions. So just keep that in mind. So let's head over to pound dollar. And pound dollar. So pound dollar, yes, simply missed the further pullback up. Not too stressed about it. Personally, it is what it is. But this is essentially a slowdown zone for pound dollar. It is a 4-hour zone, but I'm not really putting too much value into these 4-hour zones, especially because the fact that the daily, of course, is bearish in my opinion, and we're coming from that higher time frame supply zone. So what I would be looking for personally is, let's say, a pullback in towards these two bullish candles, and then let's say further downside movement. That's something that I'm going to keep my eyes on for today. So that's pound dollar. Let's dive into what is the next one. Kiwi dollar, of course. Thanks, Jamie. I don't normally wear glasses, but yeah, my contact lenses were acting up a bit. I don't know why. I just couldn't see sharp today with my contact lenses. Very strange. So let's have a look over here. So what's happening over here on Kiwi dollar? So on Kiwi dollar, currently we're pulling back. This is essentially a long zone, right? This zone where we're currently located in. From here, the 4 hours should start moving up higher, as this is essentially our fresh 4 hour demand zone. So I am essentially looking for, let's say a move up from this zone. At the moment, the lower time frame is shaping up for some nice longs. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I am kind of pretty much focusing on looking if we can see Kiwi dollar start to rise from this region, because this is a nice buying area in my opinion for Kiwi dollar, especially because of the fact that the 15-minute is now bullish. As we can see, we broke this low. This was your high, which broke this low. So now this is the high to, let's say, take out. So what happens, this is the low that takes out this high. This becomes your swing high. This is your bullish swing impulse on the 15. This is just a pullback. So now we had liquidation over here, and we could start seeing a reversal on Kiwi dollar in my opinion. This is a nice area to start reversing from. So yeah, that is Kiwi dollar. So let's see any other pairs, guys. I want to do GJ. I saw that GJ was requested. And I want to have a look at EJ because I'm in an Euro Yen or EJ short, whatever you want to call it. So let's see if this loads up. Yeah, so GJ, what is GJ currently doing? I think dumping. Yeah, it's dumping. So look, yeah, GJ is a little bit of a messy boy over here. Why? Well, because of the fact that if you look at the overall structure on GJ, and I don't know why my annotations aren't loading, but it should. Probably just lagging behind. But essentially what I'm kind of pretty much, oh yeah, there it is. So look, what I'm pretty much looking at on this pair is essentially a push down, further push down. So it's a bit of complex structure, but we were inside of this area of consolidation. So now we've broken out of consolidation over here. This is now the pullback back up. This was pretty much your level of liquidation, let me call it that, over here. So we saw some liquidation on these equal highs. On the lower time frame, it's going to be more visible, but I'm just going to focus on the 4 hour for now. So we saw some liquidation on these equal highs, took that out and have been dumping ever since. I am expecting some more downside on pound yen, but we do have to be a little bit safe with pound shorts. Why? Well, because of the fact that Great Britain and the pound are coming out of this COVID situation very well. So I also do expect, by the way, pound yen to start breaking this swing high over here in the near future, because the daily is still in a bullish trend. So yeah, that is pound yen. So let's have a look at Euro Yen. So Euro Yen is currently falling. Yeah, so I'm in a short on Euro Yen that I shared in the VIP community. So let's see if we can see some downside continuation on this one. Yeah, just waiting for further downside from Euro Yen. It's been acting up a little bit around entry, but let's see. For the rest, we got CAD Yen requested. Let's have a look what CAD Yen is doing. CAD Yen 4 hour chart. So let's see. So CAD Yen has been reacting beautifully to this area of daily supply over here. Boom West Records. I just type in 4 and then an H, and then it just changed to the 4 hour. Yeah, so CAD Yen is still bullish on the 4 hour. Daily is bearish though, from what I can see. I think no, CAD Yen is bullish on the daily as well. However, very messy structure overall. However, yeah, you would expect price to start pushing up higher essentially, because if you look at the overall structure on CAD Yen on the daily, this is the swing low, this is the swing high, right? So big push up, pull back, essentially 618, I think, and it's been moving up ever since. However, if we just focus on, let's say, price action over here, what we can clearly see is that we had this low, and then a lower low, lower high, lower low. This high gets broken by this low, so we're currently kind of bullish on the internal structure of, let's say, this overall greater swing range. So yeah, I'm looking for CAD yen longs essentially in the soon. Yeah, I think CAD yen should pop up higher. However, it does look bearish short term, in my opinion. Not a very nice pair. Aussie Swiss, Mitchell. Let's have a look at Aussie Swiss together. So Aussie Swiss. By the way, guys, if the music is too low, just let me know, because then I can turn up the volume of the music. But if it's too high, just let me know as well. Yeah, so Aussie Swiss. Aussie Swiss is pretty much stuck. Let me put it that way. As we can see, 4 hour is essentially bullish. From, let's say, this low to this high. This was a pullback. Price tried to take out this high over here, failed to do so. So everything inside of this range is still just a pullback. But yeah, as essentially we can focus on, let's say, the lower time frame, or excuse me, on the lower time frame, on the internal structure. And essentially what you just want to be doing is buying from the bottom 25% and shorting from the top 75%. So just keep in mind that essentially we could still dive a little bit lower on Aussie Swiss, but I guess this low took out this high, so we have demand located over here. So yeah, it would be logical for price to start reacting and moving up higher from where price is currently at, for sure, because I still want to see Aussie Swiss reach, let's say, these levels, because for me it's not logical that we're going to see a daily trend continuation from here. There's just a lot of liquidity being built up over here in kind of this gap over here in the market. So yeah, I think Aussie Swiss will still move up higher in the near future. Just a question when, because the 4 hour has just been consolidating for such a long time. Because look, this is the daily that you have, right? Daily is bearish from all the way up here down to here. So for me, it would be logical to see the daily still move up higher. Yeah, 100%. Okay, so nice setup, Mitchell. So let's have a look at pound dollar, and then we'll do dollar CAD, guys. Don't worry, and then we'll do some pound CAD and euro CAD as well. So let's have a look at pound dollar on the 1 hour for you, Tiven. So yo, Ashraf, man, how are you doing? So let's have a look at this 1 hour on pound dollar. So yeah, pound dollar, essentially, I'm kind of interested in just playing this down lower potentially in the near future, right? But essentially, this is your supply zone, so just wait for price to come and look for further shorts. Easy as that, to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty much it for pound dollar. 1 hour is looking bearish, but just keep in mind that the 4 hour could still move in towards this zone over here, because this is still a higher probability zone than just this, because this zone isn't really high probability. Why? Because it hasn't achieved anything. This zone just caused price to push in towards this demand zone. So essentially what you now want to see is a pullback, let's say back up here, liquidate short stops or people who are going to go short from here, and then see a real dump from up there. That's kind of what I'm having in mind for pound dollar. So yeah, that's pound dollar. Let's head over to euro CAD and dollar CAD. So euro CAD first. Euro CAD first. So yeah, what has euro CAD been up to? It's not a pair that I regularly watch, I think, because I don't have any annotations on it. But oh, there it is. So look, what is going on with EuroCAD? EuroCAD is essentially bearish, as we can clearly see. 4 hours in a bearish trend. Just use your fib tool. You can clearly see that we made a fib retracement back up in towards that 786, and from there we've been seeing a dump down lower. I'm expecting lower prices from EuroCAD, going in towards the daily as well. Daily is bearish. Yeah, daily is bullish, but just keep in mind that essentially this is your swing down to here. This for me is just internal daily structure. For me, the real kind of like swing range is all the way from here down to here, and especially if you just kind of zoom out, you can just see that the overall trend is definitely down. So yeah, I am keeping that in mind when looking at this pair. Just remember yourself that if you look at the 4 hour real quick, we could see a reaction to, let's say, this area of demand over here, because there is going to be some demand inside that 4 hour wick. Just keep that in mind. But this is a nice, let's say, area for a pullback. I'm more focusing on these lower levels of price. Maybe see kind of like this low get liquidated. Yeah, something like that. But I wouldn't really advise trading Euro CAD. I would just advise trading the dollar pairs that I trade every single day, to be honest. So let's have a look. What is next, guys? Let's have a look at dollar CAD, and then after that, we're going to be doing gold. So dollar CAD and then gold. Okay, so dollar CAD, guys. What is happening to dollar CAD? Dollar CAD is, I'm just checking, pretty, I'm not going to say bullish, but looking at this higher time frame, I've got a different chart here next to me, but looking at the higher time frame, what we can overall kind of see is that we're, and I know these trend lines are just super funky, but we've been reacting to this third trend line touch. I don't really use third trend line touches in my analysis a lot, but essentially we are pretty much reacting to this sell to buy over here. That's pretty much what's causing price to react back up. So for now, dollar CAD could see some more higher prices. I'm kind of looking at a pullback at least into here. I think I said this on Friday as well. I'm just waiting for a little bit of a higher price on dollar CAD. Looking at the 4 hour, what's going on the 4 hour? Yeah, 4 hour is the trend for you guys. Then you got that big push down to here, then get a pullback to here. Then this high breaks this low. So this is essentially one swing down. So yeah, it's kind of like impulse, correction, impulse, and this is potentially again a correction. That's kind of what I'm looking at, but I would like to see a correction into here. Kind of focus on this bullish candle over here as our area of supply. So yeah, waiting for a pullback in towards there, guys. That is dollar CAD, not gonna lie. That's what I'm pretty much looking at it. Let's head over to gold. Eshwar Palani. I did I did euro dollar like a few minutes ago, and I also did it this morning. I'll have a look at it later in the stream. But if you want to have a euro dollar analysis like right now, I uploaded a video this morning to the channel, which you can watch if you want. Oh, the background music hasn't even been playing, guys. Wow. Nobody telling me. Tell me if you like the background music, guys. If not, let me know as well. Just let me know what you prefer in the chat down below. Yeah, gold is ranging, guys. I am brutally honest with you. Gold's just ranging. If we look at the overall market structure on gold, what can we say? Well, we can essentially say that. So look, this is kind of supply for a lot of people over here, right? However, you do have to keep in mind that this area of supply isn't really significant because it didn't take out anything. So it's logical that we're seeing a reaction to it. But yeah, again, it's not significant. So don't kind of hold too much value to it. Furthermore, what are we kind of seeing on gold is just so much liquidity above that high. You can see all of these highs trying to take out liquidity above 1831.80. But every single time the market has been failing to do so. So yeah, I'm just pretty much waiting for that to happen. Yeah, that's kind of the 4 hour. Now diving in towards the 1 hour, a lot of people, yeah, this is just